When winter rolls around, all we want to do is keep our dogs warm and cozy, right? But what if the simple things we're doing every single day are actually secretly harming the furry family member who trusts us the most?
And it's a really serious question because some of the most common winter habits can lead to some pretty big health problems. Today, we're going to uncover them so you can keep your best friend safe. Okay, let's dive right in. So, we're counting down the 7 biggest mistakes dog owners tend to make in the winter. And you are definitely going to want to stick around for number 5. It is so common, pretty much everyone does it. If you want to keep your dog safe and happy, do us a favor and subscribe to Love Dogs right now for more tips just like these. All right, let's kick things off with mistake number 7. You know that feeling of cranking up the heater when it's freezing? Feels amazing to us, but it can actually be pretty rough on your dog. That intense dry heat completely dries out their airways and their skin. And unlike us, dogs can't just sweat to cool down, so a super hot room can get really uncomfortable really fast. This dry air also thickens their mucus, which can trigger a nasty cough. So if you notice your dog is suddenly drinking way more water or scratching all the time, the heater might just be the culprit. The solution is super simple. Aim for cozy, not tropical. A thermostat setting between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit is pretty much perfect. Let's move on to number 6, which is all about where your dog catches their Z's. I mean, think about it. We wouldn't want to sleep on a cold tile floor all night, and neither should our dogs. When they lie on a cold surface, it literally saps the body heat right out of their joints and muscles. This can lead to stiff hips, slow down their circulation, and it can make conditions like arthritis so much worse, especially for our senior pups. A simple raised bed or even just a thick, folded blanket creates that crucial barrier, protecting their joints and making sure they get a warm, comfortable night's sleep. This next one, oh boy, it's a classic case of our best intentions kind of backfiring. As this quote puts it so well, layering your dog like a winter snowman isn't fashion, it's suffocation. And that, of course, brings us to the big one. Mistake number 5, the one that so many of us with the absolute best intentions get wrong.
Yep, it's dressing your dog in too many clothes. A cute little sweater is one thing, but piling on the layers actually traps way too much heat and blocks their natural ability to regulate their own body temperature. It can lead to overheating surprisingly fast. What's even worse is that moisture, from their breath or just body heat, gets trapped under those layers, creating this damp environment right up against their skin. This can lead to some nasty, hidden rashes and even bacterial infections. If you see your dog panting inside while wearing a coat, that's a huge red flag. So just remember, a single light layer for outdoor walks is great, but indoors, let that beautiful, natural coat of theirs do its job. Okay, coming in at number 4. This mistake is totally driven by our own urge to just hibernate when it's chilly outside. Look, I get it. It's so easy to just skip playtime when it's cold out. But that lack of mental stimulation, it's a huge problem for your dog. All that pent-up energy has to go somewhere. And a lot of the time, it turns into anxiety and some pretty destructive behaviors. So if your dog has suddenly started barking up a storm, chewing on the furniture, or just pacing back and forth, it's probably not because they're being bad. It's because they are bored out of their minds. The good news is the fix is so simple. You don't need a long outdoor adventure. Just 10 minutes of fetch in the hallway or a fun puzzle toy can completely reset their mood and calm their mind. All right, now for mistake number 3. This one is about something you might not even think about: the very air your dog is breathing inside your home. You know how we seal up our homes tight for the winter to keep the heat in? Well, when we do that, we also trap all the stale air, dust, and pet dander right inside with us. And your dog breathes that same recycled air all day, every day.
This poor air quality can really irritate their lungs, trigger coughing fits, and make any allergies they have way, way worse. The solution could not be easier. Just crack a window for 10 minutes each day. Seriously, that's all it takes to circulate out the old air and bring in some fresh oxygen for both you and your dog. Okay, we are down to mistake number 2. Now, listen closely, because this one might sound a lot like skipping playtime, but it affects your dog in a totally different and much more physical way. So let's break this down to make it super clear. Skipping playtime, which was our number 4, is all about their mental health. It leads to anxiety, barking, all that restless energy from being bored. But reducing exercise, our number 2 mistake, that hits their physical health. Shorter walks and just less activity in general leads to real physical problems, like weaker joints, a slower metabolism, and that quiet kind of weight gain you might not notice until it's already a problem. They're both really important to avoid, but they impact your dog's health in very different ways. And here we are, the number 1 winter mistake that can quietly, seriously impact your dog's health. It's a simple grooming habit that becomes absolutely critical during the colder months. The number 1 mistake is skipping their brushing. Your dog's thick winter coat is their best defense against the cold, but man, does it tangle easily. And when we don't brush them, those little tangles turn into tight, painful mats right up against their skin. But the danger is even bigger than that. Matted fur traps dampness, which keeps their skin from ever really drying, chills your dog's body, and creates the perfect breeding ground for nasty skin infections. The key thing to remember here is that a quick 5-minute brush every day isn't about looking pretty. It's about keeping their natural insulation working the right way and preventing real pain and illness. So there you have it. Let's run through that one more time with your official winter protection plan. 1. Keep that thermostat between 65 and 70 degrees. 2. Give them a warm bed that's off the cold floor. 3. Use only single light layers of clothing and only for the outdoors. 4. Play indoors every single day for at least 10 minutes. 5. Crack a window for some fresh air. 6. Keep taking those short walks for exercise. And finally, number 7, brush their coat daily. These small habits make a huge difference. See, protecting your dog this winter is actually pretty simple once you know what to look out for. You are their greatest defender, after all. For more essential tips to help your dog live their happiest, healthiest life, make sure you are subscribed to the Love Dogs channel. Thanks so much for watching.